We're at Project Mike's bike. Got a whole lot of it done, not quite complete, but it's getting really close. So the last video showed you things that really should have a bike shop do. Now in this particular one, I'm going to show you a lot of things that most folks I think can handle doing. So let me grab the camera, let's get after it. First thing you're going to notice, there is no chain on the bike. Got an XT chain for it, and it came with a little breakaway pin you pop in to hold it all together after you string it and cut the length, everything there. And naturally, the breakaway pin broke away before I could even get it really inserted. I've seen that happen a bunch of times. Normal thing to do with that, exactly what I did. It's a 10-speed chain. The SRAM 10-speed master links do work really well in it. Chain is silver, got the master links in black so that we can see exactly where they're at for future use to take it apart for servicing. And so those will be here on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. Anyway, that'll get the chain back on there, so no problem there. Now let's move here to the back, we'll work our way forward. We already showed you the tires we got for it, the wheels we got for it, anybody can mount that up. There are tire liners in those, so that way it takes care of any goat head flats. This Boise area we get a ton of goat head flats. SLX rear derailleur, standard mount up, 10 speed, zero issues there. Went with the SLX rear cassette and the E13 extended range cog in 42 tooth size. That way it'll give with the single ring up front, it'll give them a lot of range to be able to climb with as well. Now I found out something here. On the SLX cassette, these lower four, all but for the bottom two, the rest of these were all pinned together. These cogs were. And so what that means is that in order to put this the 42 tooth on, you have to pull the 15 or the 17 the direction set and replace it with this. Right thing to do actually is to pull both 15 and the 17 and replace it with a 16 so you have less of a jump between gears, and you replace it with the 42. And that's really the right way, but the directions did not cover that. Anyway, all for these lower two cogs, these were all pinned together and these were pinned together. So on these, let me flash a picture up here. Now in that picture you can see where there's 3 pins. Those had to be driven out. David the bike wrench, Boise bike wrench, showed me how to do that. And then we put together the same as the XT is, where it's just the individual cogs with the spacers, and it works a lot better that way. And put it on the cassette same as you normally would. So the thing I learned from this is if I'm going to do the extended range, I'm just going to go straight to the XT cassette. It wasn't that big of a difference in cost. If I'm not going to go to the extended range cog on there, then I'm going to save a few bucks and stick with the SLX. Okay, you can see here we went with the race face seat post, and the saddle is a Forte Softail. Mike, same as me, went with the more comfort design on the saddle, just because a little bit better padding. I'm 48, he's slightly older than that even, and at our age we really appreciate having a little bit of padding back there. Race face Evolve stem, Ritchie Pro bars, 35mm rise on the bars. And Mike likes a little bit taller bar, same as I do. Be able to stay up straight. He's got a bum shoulder. We threw a few extra spacers in there too, just to accommodate that and make it work a little better for him. It's a real standard setup that you can do, really easy to do. As long as you don't cut your steer tube until you get the spacers in there, figure out your height, you're good to go. So that's a nice little hint thing that people can do as well. Now in the cockpit up here, aside from the fact there's no star-fangled nut and cap yet, that'll be there Tuesday, you can see we went with the SLX shifting, real straightforward there. Shimano levers for the brakes, real straightforward hydraulic, easy work, no issues at all. Lizard skin lock-on grips, Mike picked those out. They're real soft and comfy, I like those. I think that's going to give them a nice cockpit. Okay, Shimano M445 disc brakes. They were pre-bled front and rear, that's always kind of nice. These are probably the easiest brakes to install I've ever done in my life. Now Mike is family, and so I gave him a set of rotors I had sitting in a box. We got that taken care of. In the rear there was an adapter needed to go for the post mount, and I had one of those in the box. I gave him that as well just because I want to take care of him, see him get off on the right foot, and I think he's going to really enjoy this bike, and it's something I could do to help him out. So that's always a good thing. Now this part we're going to do a little bit of a change on. That Hope chain ring, I'm going to move that to the middle chain ring position, just give it a little better chain line with that rear sprocket setup. And from there, also I've got a chain retention device coming. It should be here end of the week. So that will hold that chain on the front as well, since we're not running any kind of a derailleur to hold it there. Now pedals, these are going to go away. They're just something I happen to have in a box. I threw them on there for the time being. But I've got a set of Crank Brothers 50/50s on the way here to go on this as well. So that's going to make that really nice for Mike as well. And I know he likes those. He picked them out. He's got them on another bike already. I've got my cheat sheet here. And all the parts have been ordered that need ordered. All that's left is waiting for them to show up in probably an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours worth of finish putting together, adjusting, getting the cables and all routed proper, and just to touch it up kind of stuff. So that all being said, got my cheat sheet. Total spending on this bike, put $1,565 into it and 10 cents. That's $165.10 over my original budget that I was shooting for on this. About 100 of that in differences on the frame alone when we changed the frame. So there's that, and then 65 bucks on the chain guide. I wasn't counting on that. A couple of little things, but overall we hit pretty darn close, really. I'm okay with that. Full on retail wise for all the parts, everything, because we did a lot of shopping around, a lot of mail order. Some good companies to work with, got a lot of good parts for a reasonable price. Got 973 bucks off of retail. Full bore retail on this would have been $24.68 and 10 cents. So all in all, I think Mike got a great value for what he spent. Had a good time putting this together. We'll get her knocked out. Show you a quick, 1 minute or whatever video just on the whole thing as it's finished. Let you know how it rides. But overall, this has been a really good project. It's been really fun.